Sunday afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Just heading out now. It's one of those walks where I don't really know where I'm going to end up at all, actually. I just know the general direction. I'm going to generally walk in the direction of the hills that lie to the north of Waltham Abbey. Maybe Monkham's Hall, or maybe Galley Hill Wood, somewhere like that. I'm not sure. There are so many bloody footpaths that, you know, my map reading's questionable at the best of times, but it would be impossible, I think, today. It's just, so I'm just going to try and maybe keep to the high ground and hopefully end up somewhere nice. Sunset today's at 4:15. I've got about 3 hours. So, yeah, it should be a good one. And of course, today is Remembrance Sunday. I'm wearing a poppy on my wrist this year. This is another what I call central line walks that I've been doing. And again, you know, it's just half an hour from the hustle and bustle of the city. And you've got this beautiful kind of picture postcard image of rural England, the stand of oak on the brow of a hill, the sheep grazing in the field below. There's a massive group of ramblers behind me. It feels like I'm being hunted. You see them there on the edge of the field. There's a mob of them. Now, this is interesting. This is, I think it's an anti-aircraft gun placement. I think there are some from the First World War further up the Lea Valley, and there are a number from the Second World War, so I'm not sure which one this is. But you see these on the other side of the Lea, around Waltham Abbey and further up towards Cheshunt and Broxbourne. So we might see some more along the way. What a beautiful way ahead across this sodden field towards those very spindly looking trees and that wood. This is what you want on a Sunday afternoon. At the end of what's been a mad week, hasn't it? All sorts of things have been going on in the world. Pretty sure now that I've given the ramblers the slip back there, which initially I thought meant that I'd got lost and gone the wrong way, but I think they've just taken a different route, which is a relief. I can't emphasise enough the restorative and therapeutic effect of walking. It really will. If you walk every day, it will change your life. I pretty much guarantee that. What did Hillary Clinton do the day after she managed to lose to Donald Trump somehow? She went out for a walk. I think this is Copt Hall Green. This is the first point where the path starts splitting into various sections. I think I'm okay. I've done alright so far. I'm going to take this path here beside the farm, and then hopefully somewhere in this general direction there is an obelisk. Should be interesting if I can find it. A few people have asked me recently what I used to shoot my videos, and it's this camera here. It's a Panasonic Lumix GF5. Just got like a standard kind of kit lens on it, nothing flash. And I basically just use it as a point and shoot, really. I've got this little Gorilla Pod that I use. I got this, by the way, for £69 second hand, just for the body. So you can pick these up really cheap. And this is the other camera I use. This is the one I was using for all my videos until August this year. It's just a Canon S120 little point and shoot camera. Very good camera, very reliable. I've dropped this a number of times. You can see the scuff marks here. So I carry this now as a backup camera. Beautiful colours in this little copse here. Fantastic views across the Lea Valley from up here. This is the first kind of real decision point of the day. And I'm going to walk along this little lane for a bit so I can just get further north slightly. I was talking to my good friend Nick Papadimitriou the other day on the phone about this walk, and he'd walked out this way quite a few years ago, and he said make sure you keep to the high ground. Just keep to the high ground and you can't go wrong. So that's what I'm going to do. I guess this is an indication that the beautiful little stream running here, which I believe is called the Cobbs Brook, or the Cobbins Brook, it's obviously prone to flooding. Yeah, it's called the Cobbins Brook. Runs down off of the high land and works its way across the edge of Epping Forest into the River Lea. I recently picked up a copy of Richard Jefferies' Field and Hedgerows. It's a compilation of articles he wrote at the end of the 19th century. Think about that when I walk down this lane here, flanked by deep hedgerows. Starting to go quite steeply uphill. I can feel it in my legs and in my lungs. I think Galley Hill is not an enormous distance away from here now, so it looks like I could get there for sunset and maybe get a sunset across the Lea Valley. I think I'll probably end up somewhere Cheshunt, Nazing, Broxbourne. It's a movable feast. An hour till sunset now, and as I always say, this is my favourite time of the day when you're doing a walk. Wow, this is glorious. I'll be walking into that sunset. Unfortunately, it won't come out on my camera, but just above that tree line in the distance there you can see the towers of the City of London. Just to the left of this spindly tree in the shot there. It's quite a sight from here. So this is Galley Hill Green, which is on the map here. Oh, it says the Ames Green here. Oh well, I think I know where I am. I mean, I think all of these are good options, to be honest. I'm going to take the one which gets me up the highest for what I think is going to be a lovely sunset. So I'm walking up one side of Galley Hill Wood. I'm hoping I don't get trapped on this side because the sunset is going to be on the other side. Just need to find a way through. It's very muddy, makes the walking quite hard going. Glorious day though. This is a beautiful walk. I've heard that Galley Hill, you see it around London quite a lot or elsewhere, is a corruption of Gallows Hill. Gallows is a place where they hung people. But then I've also heard it said that Galley Hill is also a corruption of Barrow Hill, a barrow being a burial mound. And I Perhaps they were both actually in some cases. I suppose the barrows being places of death, it would have seemed like a place where you would carry out executions. This one though, I don't see any burial mound marked on the OS map, so maybe it is just Gallows Hill. Maybe it is just Galley Hill and I've got it all completely wrong. You know. Now there's a view to make the heart sing, eh? From the edge of Galley Hill Wood, just north of Waltham Abbey, near Cheshunt, I suppose. Cheshunt on the other side of the River Lee there. About half an hour till sunset. Coming up now towards a place called Bumble's Green, near Nazing. Bumble's Green. Well, if this is the end of the walk for the video, thanks for walking with me. It's been a real pleasure. I now have a 3-mile walk along the roads to Broxbourne station to get a train back to London. It's always have this at the end of a nice walk. When you walk out of London, there's always this the risk of this at the end of it. This is astonishingly unsafe in the dark to walk along this road here where people treat it as a racetrack. But it's not as if they don't recognise that this is a pedestrian way, because look, there's a bus stop here right next to the road, and then, look, this is the footpath you're supposed to walk along to get to that bus stop. That is nuts. Essex County Council, come on. Get your fucking act together. Look at this. Well, there's a footpath here. I don't really know where it goes. I hope it goes in the direction of Nazing and Broxbourne, but I don't know. But anything's preferable to this road in the dark, so here we go. Well, it's pretty much dark now, so I'm going to follow the footpath around the edge of this field and see where I end up. But it's such a relief to be away from that road. Apart from the fact that this is gorgeous. I've kind of lost my bearings actually, but I'm not really that worried as long as I stay away from the road. Finally made it to Broxbourne station.